So remember the way that the logarithm is defined. Log base a of x is equal to k if and only if a to the k is equal to x. So if you're asked to evaluate the log base a of x, what you're looking for is this exponent k. So what you want to ask yourself is a raised to what exponent gives me x? So like if we want to evaluate the log base 3 of 81, the question to ask yourself here is 3 raised to what exponent is equal to 81? And 3 raised to the 4th power is 81. So that means that the log base 3 of 81 is 4. The log of 1/10. So remember, if there's no base here, it's understood to be a 10. So the question we're asking here is 10 raised to what exponent is equal to 1/10? And remember, it's your negative exponents that move numbers to the denominator. So 10 to the negative 1 is what gives you 1/10. So that means that the log of 1/10 is equal to negative 1. The log of the cube root of 100. So again, this is understood to be a base 10. So what we're asking ourselves is 10 raised to what exponent is equal to the cube root of 100. So I'm going to do a little bit of manipulating of the numbers with this one. You should recognize that 100 is the same as 10 squared. So now at least I have that 10 in common on both sides of my equal sign here. And then also remember that we can rewrite a root using a rational exponent. The cube root of 10 squared would be the same as 10 to the 2/3, or 2/3. So now having rewritten it like that, you can see that what's going to go in place of this question mark is the exponent of 2/3. So that means that the log of the cube root of 100 is 2/3. The log base 4 of 1/64. So the question is 4 raised to what exponent is equal to 1/64? Well, 4 to the 3rd would give us a regular 64. And then again, to get it in the denominator, like we said with this one, we need a negative exponent. So it would be 4 to the negative 3 that gives us 1/64. Natural log of e to the 5th. Remember, natural log is understood to be base e. So what we're asking ourselves here is e raised to what exponent is equal to e to the 5th? And looking at it written that way, we can see what goes in place of the question mark is a 5. Log base 2 of 8 to the log of 100. So I'm going to start simplifying this one by starting with this log that's in the exponent. This is understood to be log base 10. So what we're asking here is 10 raised to what exponent gives me 100? And 10 squared is 100. So that means that this exponent I can replace with a 2. So all of this is the same as the log base 2 of 8 squared. And then 8 squared is 64. So now to evaluate the log base 2 of 64, we're asking ourselves 2 raised to what exponent gives us 64? And that would be the 6th power. So all of this is equal to 6.